Good morning, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 20 minutes away from 8 o'clock. I'm here in the Mill Park Hotel in Donegal town. Sun is absolutely cracking the stones this morning. It's a wonderful morning, I must say. I must sing that some morning, a wonderful morning like this. Won't do this morning. Donegal town. 1 pint of Guinness last night, the first pint of Guinness of the week. It was after I was spending a couple hours on the laptop looking at racing and videos and whatever. So I'm down around 10 for a pint. There was a good few around actually. Early in the day we didn't get out of Dodge in Galway yesterday morning till nearly 10 o'clock. They were a bit lazy. Out walking late the night before and had a couple of drinks I think, and had a few in town earlier, so I didn't mind. But we stopped in Knock at Knock Shrine. They were fascinated by the story and the paintings and all that because the woman is an artist. She thought it was a great place to stop for her, and she got great ideas. And there'll be another bucket of paint. As I keep saying to her every time she takes a photograph, I just say, "Is that another bucket of paint?" So she's some character, I must say. We stopped at the W.B. Yeats's grave, and she met another artist from, I don't know, some part of Europe. They were chatting away for a while, and we had the dinner in, or the late lunch, early dinner or something in McDonald's there. I couldn't believe Dom's bar that I used to always stop in. It was closed. And I asked several people yesterday, and nobody seemed to know why. And one barman said last night to me that he doesn't think it opens down until Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that used to be doing really well, I thought. So that's why we've ended up at McDonald's, and the woman that used to own that, Stella Brady, she used to come from my neck of the woods. She has a boutique there next door, so I went in and chatted her when they went into the castle. Had a great chat. My first memories of Stella was I was about 10 or 11, I think, and I was on a play, and she was on it as well. It was great fun. So we reminisced a lot and had lots of laughs for an hour yesterday. And she has really good stuff, I must say, in the shop. If you're ever passing that, anybody, call into Stella. A shout out when I'm at it to Michael Donovan. I think he was singing My Hometown, Dungarvan, when he boarded Lily Lynch, Johnny Macri, Scott Jimson, Oliver Kenny. There was a couple on the sheet that I had at the house. I'll get them when I got back, because I didn't have time to go back looking, but I will. We're heading to Cavan today. We're staying in the Slieve Russell tonight. The reason being, the gentleman with us, Jim, his ancestors came from Cavan. His surname is McCabe. They originally came from Scotland as in the 1600s as mercenaries, fighting against the MacDonalds, I think, that time. And then they got land given to them in Cavan, and then it was taken off them again. So that's where his descendants come from. So I had Neil Tobin playing yesterday. Everyone has known what to say about Cavan. Nothing wrong with Cavan people at all, but Neil Tobin always calls them main Cavan bastards. But she was saying yesterday, I always said he was very frugal with money. But they're all taking it in good jest. We're having good crack. So we're having the dinner there yesterday. That's when those two races was on yesterday that we backed with two winners. That's twice now both of those horses have won. And both of them are sort of never in doubt. It's great when you're watching a race and you say, bar to make a boo-boo, we'll be in the winner's enclosure here. Particularly the first one that won. Ascending Lark. She's a right little mare. We'll get her again too. They left up her in class now. And Sure Touch. I was hoping that it wouldn't be that the distance wouldn't be far enough, but that's what won it for him. He outstayed them in the finish. So anyone that got the 9-4 in evens, it'd be 6.5 to 1 double. It's grand. So today, just a great racing today, and even better stuff tomorrow. Where are we here? First race to look at is at 3 o'clock. 4 horses out of these 7 are actually, we have won money on them before. Poker Face, Lord North, Charyn and Nostrum. And even Witch Hunter, 5. Witch Hunter as well was a former winner for us. Pogo will probably front run. Maybe better at 7. Lord North hasn't ran at a mile since I think it's 2019. Simon Christopher's yard is out of form, and normally he's very consistent, but he's not so this year. Which leaves us between Nostrum and Charyn. So we have to go with Charyn. The reason being we were on it the last day, so it is known as a bus horse. Somebody asked the question. A bus horse is something I select and it wins for us. And we always give it, we're playing with the bookies money then, so we always go with it the next time it runs. Works to our advantage sometimes, and sometimes they always have the sequence will always break at some point. So like the 2 winners yesterday, they won for us before. So we stay loyal. Loyalty pays off at times. Charyn, we were on him this day in Donny in the mile listed race. The grey horse.
The tempo approaching the 2. Astral Bow, Charyn being delivered on the outside now, coming under a drive. Gray's Monument back in 3rd. Holloway Boy moves into 4th place, but it's Charyn the favourite who begins to assert as they approach the final furlong. He's gone up by a good 2 to 3 lengths here from Astral Bow. Charyn making an impressive comeback here on Town Moor, just edging right-handed in the closing stages, but he's a really easy winner of the Doncaster Mile, Charyn, with promise of more to come.
So hopefully he's right, more to come. Be no harm to do maybe a small little reverse forecast with Nostrum. Nostrum won first time out last year. Michael Stout hasn't hit the top for him yet, the air, but it went well fresh before. It's well bred by Kingman. I think it's between the 2 of them. But tactically it'll be one to watch to see how it pans out. In the 123 at Doncaster, I was looking at Doncaster to see could I get something. That I tipped it up the last time in Kempton, but Chepstow suits it. I prefer if this was at a mile. Is Bantry. I think the grass it'll be more suitable than the run in Kempton, but it ran well enough in Kempton behind Free Dream, and that went in again afterwards. But if it's back down at 52, that's the lowest it ever has been. And if I go back to the day, that was 2022 May, nearly 2 years ago, went to 2nd at 33 to 1 in Gordon Park. That's why I'm following that horse since now. I haven't backed it every time, but we backed it once last year in Chepstow. It was at a mile. It was this race. It was at 58. He was staying on. That's why I'd prefer if this was a mile, but it's a year older. It might have a chance, I think, in they're paying 4 places there of at least getting placed. In the 115 at Sandown, there's a 5 furlong sprint. It's for 3-year-olds only. Hard to know. We came across Hedge Fund recently when it was second to our horse in the listed race in Bath. A day in Devon. But it looked one-paced enough at the finish. It may be worth taking a shot at a horse called Dark Vintage. 4 runs in the state for Peter Urton. It's the outsider of the party at 20 to 1. But if you look at the last run in Delmare on the 11th of November, like he has 2 seconds a win and a third. He's on the rail, or he'll be finishing on the rail.
In Invincible shakes loose at the top of
That's
the
him
lane,
here.
but Hedwig is on the move now to the outside. Dark Vintage is trying to squeeze through an opening and is closing the gap up the rail as Hedwig grabs the front. From Invincible, Dark Vintage is third on the inside. Hedwig and Dark Vintage 1-2. Late run from Always on Key. Hedwig wins. And then it was Dark Vintage in a photo with Always on Key.
You never know. That at 20-1. Might be worth an each way play. There are other sprints, but will they be tuned up? Will that one be tuned up after coming across the Atlantic? But we'll put them on the bus anyway. Another one that we had on the bus, we had a bet the last day, but I was saying at the time that it probably wasn't fair enough, was Prince de Ficheaux. It was only a less than 3 mile race. That's only the 15th of April. But on its run in the Eider, which was second to Angler's Crag, at 11-1, it has to have a chance here to be in the first 3, you'd imagine. It's an out-and-out stayer. And it was... Where are we here? Shite.
Ashley Bank Investments, Reg and Betty Tweedy Handicap Steeplechase. And Your Own Story leads them narrowly on the run down to the first of 17 fences. Here they come to it now. Your Own Story over in...
I've no time to... I can't get it forward enough, quick enough. He made a mistake at the last, but that was less than 3 miles. Better at a longer distance. Second in the Eider. It's a 9-1 shot, 8-1 shot there. Might be worth an each way play. And then that's the Highland National. Then we have the Ulster National. Strong favourite in this for Gavin Cromwell, a 6-year-old. Ask Anything. 9-4, 2-1, 11-4. We have a couple that we backed before. Frontal Assault had done us a good turn a good while ago in Galway. Was it last October, 12 months? But a horse that beat it the last day in the Leinster National is one that had gone pure stale altogether, and it sort of sparked a bit of revival the last day. Fakiera. It's a 12-1 shot with some bookies. They're paying 4 places. If you look at this, it's rated 124 now, but way back it used to be in the high 30s, early 40s. It changed years in last run for Gordon Elliott was last April. It was pulled up in his 2 runs there, and it has gone pure sour altogether. But the last day in the Leinster National, it beat Frontal Assault and like the likes of Manila Cocooner and Max Charm, and to staying on. It's the 100-1. So it beats. It might be coming back. You know, after moving years, it might have taken a few runs for it to bring it to the boil. Thought it might be worth an each way play with them paying 4 places there in the Ulster National. Be someday in Downpatrick if it's anything like Donegal here. Cracking the stones. So anyway, I'll get this into the oven. It's 5 minutes to 8. I have to draw up where we're going today. It won't take me too long. I have to get to Cavan Town anyway. To see any McCabe's shops or anything, and we'll see how the day goes. So bash the bookies over and out.